Good evening. Welcome to DMV Sports.
Yeah,
Mr. Kama, you're an Arsenal fan. How do you feel about today's game? Turnout.
today's game was an interesting game. It was more like a Champions League final. You could see the competition within Arsenal matches. It has always been like that for the past 6 matches. And what do you expect? What's more? That's why we love football. You could see everybody was on their toes until the end of the game. It's an entertaining game. It was a hard-fought game. The game was more like the games like these are supposed to be in finals, not just in this beginning process of Champions League.
Okay. Um, concerning your lineup,
Premier League, I mean, sorry.
saw some new faces that a new face that have not played throughout this new coming season. Even during the transfer window, was Arsenal put him on, or they came to like buy him, and people maybe because of some transfer issues didn't sell him. But today started the match against Man City. Crucial match that you need to win to close the gap between Liverpool, which the player is Trossard. So how do you see about him starting the match?
Yeah, I wasn't happy about Trossard starting the match because the mistake Arteta keeps making is you need to put players that have vision. So I was expecting Eze and Saka to start because with those kind of players, Gyökeres will definitely get more passes and more. Will be in position. Will be in a better position to score more goals. But starting Trossard is not yet there. I think that's the reason why we went to the market and bought all these players. So we're going back to the same Trossard. So I wasn't really happy seeing Eze on the bench. And see, even though Saka was on the bench, it was understandable because he was just coming from, I think, an injury. So, but starting Trossard, I wasn't happy about it, but it is what it is.
Okay. Um, sorry to say, I want to ask you, are you happy with the results that played out today?
With the performance, I think the result is cool. I'm not. You are not. If anytime you don't win a match, I don't think you should be happy, especially at home. You shouldn't be happy that we got a draw. Why should we be happy? It's a home match. We are supposed to beat Man City, but you could see Guardiola had to humble himself and play the tactics I've never played in his entire life. I've never seen Guardiola humble himself to play moving Haaland, bringing in the defensive midfielder, removing what's his name, Doku, like that. So many players and bringing in defense and defensive midfielder just to make sure he get that 3 points to actually show how good Arsenal is. They were still able to equalize that game even after putting all those defenders and all that. So
Well, I
I'm
thank
not
I
happy with the
thank God
result, but it's
with
good.
what you said, and I want to ask you. But looking at the game, you had three defensive midfielders, naturally defensive midfielders, play at your midfield, and you have two central midfielders naturally playing at your right and left back. I don't. I think in football terms now, the right back also supports the attack. They look at them as more attacking force. The right back, and you're supposed to have maybe an attacking midfielder. Does that tell you a kind of system of play that
Sorry,
Arteta
please,
wants to
can you
play?
mention the players? Please, I want to.
Merino, he's
He's a
mostly
defensive midfielder.
he was naturally a defensive midfielder. I
I'm
think.
sorry, that's very wrong.
You
Go
can
back,
check
go
it.
back.
You can check it. You can check it.
Sorry, go
You
back
can,
to your source.
you can check
Go,
it.
go back to your source. Even with
You
them,
can
he
check
played
it.
together with Zubimendi in Real Sociedad.
Yeah.
Zubimendi was the defensive midfielder, while Merino is the
Declan
attacking.
Rice.
He's more of the central midfielder. So
Declan
you are
Rice
wrong
too.
on that. Yeah, we've always recognized more like a box to box, even though he can play the defensive midfield role. Since he came to us now, we all know Partey has been playing the defensive midfield, and Declan Rice have been playing more of the box to box midfield.
Okay, what about the Julian Timber playing at
Timber,
right back?
Timber, we all know Timber is a utility player. Even at Ajax, he could play the centre back, play right back. He could even play the left back.
But I think you are
So,
jumping the question.
so
I
what's the
said the
question?
natural positions. The natural positions were DM in what I call it in West Ham. Declan Rice was a defensive midfielder. In Ajax, Julian Timber was a central defender. At Calafiori at his former club was a central midfielder and
Please,
defender. But he came to Arsenal
I
and they
think we should
said
do our homework. It's always good to go back, check the real positions of these players. I said it earlier. Timber is a utility player. Declan Rice is more like a player that could play box to box and still play that defensive midfielder. I didn't deny that one.
okay.
Timber is always known for his utility play. He can play the central mid, but because this is the Premier League, it's common sense. You know that because of his height and his physique, he can play as a central midfielder for us. When we have players like Gabriel, if he was in your team, are you going to put him in the central midfield? At least the Premier League, this is not the Dutch league. You need that physique and that height for a player like Timber. You understand to be playing that sense. No, yes, it's better he play and he's doing well at the flank. That's the most important thing. Is he doing well where he's playing? I think that's the question
Okay.
that should be on board. Not
Okay, what am I? The final question I want to ask you. So you're happy with the lineup that came up today?
according to the lineup that came up. Like I said, I wasn't happy that earlier. I said I wasn't happy that Trossard
Okay,
started at all.
Trossard was the only
I wasn't
player.
happy. Trossard and Saka, I wasn't really happy, but it is what it is. Ateta has the final say. Boils down to the result. We go away with the 1-1. Man City is still Man City, as I said earlier. Pep Guardiola had to switch his tactics for us to come to this. But it's all good. At least we showed extreme energy and we didn't give up until the last whistle. And we were able to equalize at the last minute. Gabriel Martinelli, I want to thank him specially. I was one of his biggest fans, but at the time I gave up on him. But recently he has gotten us results that we didn't even results were not that matches that we were struggling to win. He came from the bench and made those changes.
Okay, thank you very much.